history. It was long and wonderfully greatish. 168-161. Trae Young, first rookie 335-plus point games since Iverson. First 40 and 10 since LeBron in 04. And again, Jordan, the last one, 45-10 in 1985. Here is Ice Trae.
Give us some of the drama that was going on through your mind as you're participating in that.
That was a fun game to play. Probably one of the most fun games I've played in my career as a basketball player. It's been fun. Crazy game, up and down game. We had a lot of guys foul out. John wasn't here. Mari went down. Everybody, we were going through things. And so it was just I'm proud of the way we fought, even though we came up short. I love the way we fought because they had their whole team out the whole time, so it was great.
We're climbing uphill for a good part, down by 13 a lot of the game. Coach really got into you guys in the fourth quarter when it was 116-110, talking about defense, and you guys responded. I know the fourth quarter was a long time ago, though, Trae, but what about that moment?
I think he definitely told us a lot. We had to, dig deep into getting back into the game. We were, not playing our game with a lot of effort and energy, and they were getting wherever they wanted. And, the way we got back in the game was unbelievable. Getting stops, getting out in transition and running, that was fun. You
had 18 fourth-quarter points, and they were all necessary. Does the basket look bigger at that point, or do you know you're in a rhythm and you have to keep going?
That's something that I felt like I needed to do was be aggressive for my team, make plays. Wasn't making very many plays in the first half, and a little bit in the third, and I just needed to make more plays for my teammates.
The drama of what happened, though, the end of regulation, end of the first overtime, and the ball's in your hand, and you're doing what you do. Can you can you help us understand how those moments feel?
Yeah, it's a great feeling. For me, I've missed a lot, but I trust in my ability. I trust in what the work I put in. And, I'm going to make a lot in my career, too. So, for me, that was just one of those moments where I wanted to make a play for my team and try to get a win.
The last rookie to have a stat line of at least 40 points and 10 assists was a guy named LeBron back in 2004. So is it just your competitive juices that are continuing to add on as we're going on?
For me, like being in a conversation with a guy like LeBron. It's humbling and an honor, first off. But at the same time, I'm trying to leave my own mark, trying to continue to make plays, trying to continue to do things for my team. So I just got to continue to do what I'm doing.
Well, I'll tell you what, whether he tired late or not, this was an unbelievable night, and more importantly, it's been an unbelievable stretch. You look at the numbers and kind of where we were in this game, but it's been now a number of weeks where he has really been on one. Going right before the break, guys, we've seen a different player. The shots that he was taking, and this is something in talking to Lloyd, too, which I did in the first half here on Game Time. Everybody looked at the number in the three-point percentage and said, well, he shot so well in college. It wasn't that he can't shoot threes. It was the kind of threes he was taking. It was because the rest of his game wasn't what it needed to be in terms of running the floor. Wasn't getting open. Now he's to the basket, facilitating with all the assists, and he's finding himself more open as well, and he did tonight.
I have to give him a ton of credit for the way that he's just been a student of the game. And I'll tell you why. Because a lot of rookies that come into the association, you don't know their tendencies. You don't have no idea what they're capable of doing in film study. They're just like, look, young, athletic, talented. This kid was the face of college basketball last year, and he's the guy that everyone is saying, look, he's the next Steph Curry, a guy that can shoot from anywhere. And the scouting report was already out on him. So he had to adjust and make some changes, which he did, and now you're seeing the best possible version of Trae Young, and he's only going to get better from here.
Yeah, I was saying this to you, Rex, earlier. At one point, at least up to a couple weeks ago, the only two guys who had driven the basket to the basket more in the NBA were Harden and DeRozan. This guy's going to the basket, and it's creating for his teammates. How about the unselfish nature, even when he was on, to dish to Alex Len, Bazemore, and others maybe you shouldn't trust all the time for open shots, showing a little bit of that unselfishness as a player.
I think that's the thing. You got to give the Atlanta Hawks a lot of credit. They took a lot of heat for making the trade. Could have had Doncic. But Trae Young, I have to give it up to him specifically. I knew he could get to the rim. I knew that he could shoot it from 40 feet. I didn't know that he had any sort of mid-range game. He shoots it from sort of his chest. I didn't know that he was going to have any sort of floater game, and he does. He can get in there, and the one thing that he's really, really clever at, he's able to find guys at the last split second. Holds that ball a lot like Steve Nash did way back when. Doesn't get up high off the ground, but very efficient with the ball. I'm growing to be a big fan of Trae Young.
He and John Collins and G. Hill was here the other night. We were looking at some of the numbers. They both together have put up really impressive numbers when you look at two kids under the age of X to do certain things. They're a team that's building it slowly. But you watch a game like this tonight and you think, man, if they could just get a shooter, another shooter, because Trae is not just a shooter. He is a penetrator. He can facilitate. But they just had that one other guy, because a lot of times tonight, no offense to our boy, Vince was the guy open for three, or Bazemore who had a bad night, or Alex Len in the corner, or Bembry. Yeah. They're really missing that one guy who can help him when he gets open shots.
Well, look, now you have your guy. So you have to build around that, and you have to get other pieces that can play with that pace, that can complement him, and someone that can continue to get him open and feature him like you want to feature him. So that's the challenging part of the next phase for them, with the draft process, free agency, and all those things. But I feel like they're trending in the right direction, because I don't think nobody had them competing at, the way they compete now, even though 21 wins already this season. I didn't have them at 20.
Yeah.
So I think that they're playing excellent basketball, and they're only going to get better going forward.
Well, courtesy of Second Spectrum, do a great job with the advanced metrics. 28 potential assists tonight for Trae Young, including that layup late to Alex Len that were missed. So shows you the facilitating aspect. Look, the Hawks, there's a lot to really be excited about, but let's not take it away. The Bulls, they won 5 out of 6. And Zach LaVine, seeing him healthy, let's see him at the All-Star game next year as an All-Star and back in the dunk competition, hopefully.